These two brothers went out and rescued two groups of people. At about 9 o'clock at night, I got a call from I-10 in Wallaceville where the flooding was horrific to come get some other people, so I sent them out. About 10:30 that night, I got a call from this lady. She said she was totally panicked. She said, I was talking to my husband on the cell phone. He's in the back of one of your trucks at I-10 in Wallaceville. And then all of a sudden, everybody started screaming because the water's coming in the back of the truck, and then his cell phone cut off. She said, I can't reach you. I got her information. I frantically called those two brothers. They wouldn't answer the phone either. So I'm sitting here thinking, my God, we drowned 10 people. So I dispatched Anthony, who's our receiving manager, who's about 6 foot 8 inches tall, to take a truck and go out there and try to find these people. Anthony got within 500 yards of the truck. We knew where the truck was from the GPS coordinates, and he could see the truck under a street light that was still illuminated, but he couldn't go any further because the water was up to the windshield of that truck about 6 feet high. So he got out of the truck to wade through the dirty water and try to find these people. As he's wading through the dirty water, he promptly steps in a manhole and has no time to catch a breath, and the vortex of water sucks him in. And he's heading to Galveston Bay. Instinctively, he sticks out his very long arms, catches himself on the concrete, fights his way up, takes a breath of air, and the undertow pulls him in again. He's got these shorts on, he sticks his legs out against the concrete wall, rips all the skin off both of his legs, fights his way out. About this time, Anthony's girlfriend, wife-to-be, is at the furniture store with me. She's calling him every 3 minutes trying to reach him, and she can't reach him. She comes up to me and says she too has had a premonition that Anthony is drowned. And the tension at that furniture store is so thick you cut it with a knife. Now it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. And the door opens, it's raining outside, cats and dogs, it's still 90 degrees, 100% humidity, very hot, very humid. But inside that furniture store, we got the air conditioning cranked down to about 65 degrees, so there's people sleeping everywhere with furniture blankets on. So about 2 o'clock in the morning, the door opens, there's a little 6-year-old girl. She's totally drenched from head to foot, as are her parents, another guy who I think was her uncle. She opens the door, she's hot and she's traumatized. She's crying uncontrollably, she's wet. And she walks in that furniture store and that air conditioning hits her wet clothing, and now she's freezing and her little teeth are chattering. She's crying uncontrollably, and I went up to her. She's the only one out of the 4 that speaks any English. And she says to me, can we stay here tonight? And I've heard my people cry. And she stayed there, and hundreds did, for 3 nights. And Anthony went on and got to the truck, and there was nobody there. Then he found this boat that had rescued the people and joined back up with the group, got on his truck and brought it back to Gallery Furniture, and we took care of it. Hurricane Harvey was the worst of times for southeast Texas. All the way from Freeport to Houston to Beaumont, 50 to 70 inches of rain. Enough rain in Harris County alone, Houston, enough rain in Houston to fuel Niagara Falls for 21 days straight. 500,000 cars in Harris County total, an unfathomable number, 500,000 cars. It was the worst of times. But it was also the best of times, because for one brief moment in time we forgot about divisive politics and we came together and cared about people. And isn't that what we're supposed to do? We cared about people. People call me a hero. I'm certainly not a hero. The heroes of Hurricane Harvey were the women and men, first responders, firefighters, policemen, National Guard, who stayed up days upon end rescuing people. The heroes were the valiant people whose homes got flooded, 18 inches, 18 feet of dirty water, and now a year later, they've changed the narrative of their life by being resilient, which Texans are so good at, and they're back in their homes. The heroes where the totally unsinkable Texans put the needs of their neighbor before their own needs. Those were the heroes of Hurricane Harvey. Winston Churchill once said, what type of people do they think we are? We are Texans and we take care of each other. There's an American engineer and statistician named W. Edwards Deming. He said we all have a responsibility for the well-being of our community. He said we all have a responsibility for the well-being of our community. As I said earlier, I'm part social worker and part capitalist. I believe profits can set us free and freedom can shape our future. But I also believe we all have an obligation as capitalists to help out our community. In a 5-mile radius of Galvin Furniture North Freeway, the average income is $29,000 a year. $29,000 a year. And hope for a better future among all those wonderful Houstonians is often non-existent. One thing we can all agree on is we need more good-paying jobs for Americans. So here's what we're doing at Gallery Furniture. We're converting 1/3 of our 2 big stores, North Freeway and Richmond, into opportunity centers. And those opportunity centers will enable people who enter those opportunities with total despair to leave with hope. And hope is a very important word to all of us humans. Anyone who wants a better life will be able to come and receive great job training skills. They'll be learning job training skills in construction skills, welding, woodworking, logistics, robotics, plumbing, and other type of micro dirty jobs you've seen on television that are in high demand but also pay big dollars. At the same time, to all these people, we'll be teaching courses in financial literacy, i.e. no payday loans. We'll be teaching courses in self-reliance that maybe they were never taught in school. Maybe they weren't as lucky as you and me. We'll be teaching courses in etiquette. We're also very big on having our people that we're teaching get some skin in the game, so they'll go to class for 4 days a week, then 1 day a week they'll work at Gallery Furniture to pay for their tuition. That way they're invested in the entire operation. We value positive accountability, and each student will have a mentor who will hold them accountable to their dreams and goals. A mentor who will hold them accountable to their dreams and goals. Work gives people hope. Work gives people hope. Community provides connection. We're about creating hope in community. Human beings were made to live, work, play, and die in groups. The average size of a U.S. household in 1850 was 10.5 people. 10.5. The average size of a U.S. household today is 3. 1 out of every 3 households is a household of 1, and 1 is the loneliest number. According to a recent survey, it found out that millions of Americans are lonely. We have a loneliness epidemic, they say, in this country. When the community breaks down, so does individuals. Work provides friends, networks, problem-solving skills, and better opportunities for you and your family. I believe that work is life's greatest therapy, and we want to provide better paying jobs so these people can find a job they love to do and never have to work a day in their life. Businesses also can do very well if we put service above self. Before, 9 out of 10 customers who come into Gallery Furniture now tell me when they walk in, I'm here to buy furniture from you because of what you did for the community. We didn't do it for that reason, but businesses can do well by doing good. Before Hurricane Harvey, I was totally irrelevant to millennials. They didn't know who I was. Now I can't go into a Starbucks anywhere in Houston and some millennial doesn't buy me a cup of coffee. You know, I was interviewed by every major news outlet in the world during Hurricane Harvey. ABC, CNN, BBC, you name it, they were all there. And every one of them asked me the same question. The question was, how could you possibly let these total strangers come in and take over your furniture store? How could you let these people sleep on your mattresses, sit on your sofas, and eat at your dining room tables? My answer to that was, how could I not? My beloved parents and my beloved brother George are all three deceased. And I believe they're in heaven, they were looking down on me and they said, do what you were taught. You know, we can always replace another piece of furniture, but we can't replace a single human being. Human beings matter. We need to take care of each other in this society. We need more of a sense of community. We need to take care of each other, especially the least, last, and lost in our society. We need to help people learn new job skills, get better jobs, and provide hope in community. That's what we're all about at Gallery Furniture. If we do this, everybody wins. The community improves. Businesses prosper. We'll have less crime, better schools, and we'll begin to eliminate multi-generational poverty. It's a virtuous cycle of hope. That's what we're trying to set up, a virtuous cycle of hope. And believe me, it's a very difficult, it's a very hard climb. But I think it's doable. Hurricane Harvey reminded me that a life well lived is not based upon how much money you make. Hurricane Harvey reminded me that a life well lived is not based upon how much money you make. It's based upon how much of a difference you make.